men and women are working the same number of hours, or is it actual earnings?
Yeah.
It's actual earnings, and we are unable to, we don't have the data.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Gender pay gap, is it a thing?
So do you take into account the fact that on average a male full-time employee works longer hours than a female full-time employee?
Not directly, no.
You don't?
But we annualise the part-time hours and those that have worked full-time but for part of the year. So that way, because at the moment, what I can tell you is women work part-time at 3 times the rate of men. So by annualising it, we are looking at a more realistic...
So you base it on annual salary?
Yeah.
What about if you did it on an hourly rate? What would be the gender hourly pay gap?
Good point.
Well, we don't have that data, Senator.
You don't have that data?
No, because we ask for annualised salaries because from our employers when they report their data in.
Oh, just shut the up for good now, huh?
Guys like, hey man, I don't want to be a douche, but it's kind of dishonest to use those statistics to justify there's a pay gap, you know?
Okay, so if a woman was working fewer hours but earning the same rate per hour as a man doing the same job, would that show up as a gender pay gap?
No.
No.
But well, then in that case, you are looking at hourly rates.
Janine Budhoft, Research and Analytics Executive Manager. So we do not collect the real hours that an employee might have worked. So what we do collect is the hours that are specified in a contract, and that is provided by organisations to us. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do you annualise it on the assumption that men and women are working the same number of hours, or is it actual earnings?
Yeah.
It's actual earnings, and we are unable to, we don't have the data to distinguish or to then adjust for hours, because we cannot collect the real hours that employees are working.
So it's not possible to tell whether any or some of the gender pay gap is just simply attributable to a different number of hours worked. Is that right?
It depends on whether we are looking at hours that are in contract, or whether we're looking at hours that employees worked as, overtime.
Why is it you don't look at hours worked?
Good point.
You don't collect it, but the ABS does.
Because it disproves the message that they want to push. My wife might earn less hour than me or even more hour than me. But the amount of time she decides to work, that's the issue. You can't find a generalized solution and you only look at one number. It makes no sense. It's so unfair.
It's available.
The ABS does a survey, yes.
Every 2 years.
Yes.
But again, as I say, we collect census data, that is survey data. And the other thing I would say at this stage, Senator, is just because somebody might be sitting at their desk for 12 hours a day doesn't mean you're getting 12 hours of productivity out of them, and doesn't mean that they're working in essence any harder as someone that may sit at their desk for 8 hours.
Oh, dab on them.
My wife did overtime only in the beginning to show the boss she can work. Now she doesn't want to work 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours. They wanted to promote her up. She says, nah. And you're going to say that's anecdotal. Bam. Hey man, you can just Google it. Shut up, okay? I'm not that dumb, okay? I might have one eye, but I can see stupidity. And what she's speaking is not stupidity, it's an ideology. And I'm like, stop doing that. And now finally, the guy's like, I have kind of proof that maybe certain men work more. Immediately, she goes with the shotgun.
For 12 hours a day doesn't mean you're getting 12 hours of productivity out of them.
They're doing a lot, nothing. I'm like, we can't win. because it's all about winning in their eyes. I can't even find the middle ground because it's all about winning. And even if I win honestly, it's misogyny, patriarchy.
Damn.
No.
I'm sorry.
I see way more ladies right now complain about ladies and nothing gets done, because when you complain against a lady, nothing gets done. It only works against men. I'm taking my dog out. Hey man, hey, this was crazy. I was hearing these ladies going back and forth. One said, we're progressing, but I think we're regressing. I wanted to laugh so much. But there was like, I'm in Spain surrounded by a bunch of feminists. And they were nice people. But I know that if I throw one logical idea off my brain, all these ladies gonna look at me. And I was like, I know my place. You guys can fight it out. It's a Netflix show for me. I'm married to a feminist that realized I don't want to be part of that anymore.
Bye, have a great time.
You do you, we do us. Let me know what you guys think. And all I want to ask, you do you by liking the video if you really enjoy this content. Peace.